What is up, guys? This is Action Figure Hub Nate, and today we are taking a look at the Mole Man Build-A-Figure. As you see, I am kind of a fan of the Fantastic Four. Got a little setup here on the shelf, and for the last couple of months I've had a spot for Mole Man, but no Mole Man to put there. So I got the Mole Man figure. Let's take a look at the back of the box here. You get a little bio on Mole Man. Pause if you'd like to read that. You can see the other figures in the wave. This is an older Hasbro Marvel Legend coming out after they recently took the license from Toy Biz. See, this figure was discounted back in the day. He goes for around $100 now, which I thought was kind of crazy. But they don't make many Mole Men figures, especially in the Marvel Legends line. There's only kind of been two. You have this from the Ronan the Accuser Build-A-Figure wave, and then there's a older 2-pack face-off one. The only accessory that this Mole Man comes with is his cane. His cape is removable. Got good sculpted detail all around. Lots of tears and tatters from the rocks that this man goes through. No paint or anything there. You can see the sculpt on this bloke. Looks kind of weird without his cape on, but there is sculpt all the way around this figure. Lots of tears and tatters. Good face sculpt here, and you even got some like dirt painted on his face. I think that looks nice. Good sculpt on his hands. There's some like purple vein wash also on his hand. Looks kind of neat. Articulation, when he's looking forward, his head can't articulate 360, but if you have him look down, you can get that 360 motion. Doesn't really look up more than level, and for a 410 individual, that must be unfortunate. Looks down at the ground. Shoulders move up about halfway. There's rotation at the shoulder, rotation at the elbow as well. And you get a single jointed elbow that just about gets to 90. At the time of reviewing this, my wrist was stuck. I was worried about it breaking. I did get it heated up and unstuck now though. But the wrists do swivel. He also has a swivel at the waist. These legs are really frustrating. You don't really get much joint movement out of them. Anyone who collected Marvel Legends at this point in time knows that they really liked the wide-jointed hips compared to like the more T-joint that we have today. So you can barely get the legs to kick forward and barely get them to kick back. His knees don't get to 90 degrees, not even really close. Stubby little fella here. There's rotation at the top of that knee. And yeah, that's pretty much all you get for articulation with this guy. Even though there's not a lot of articulation, you're still able to get him into some decent poses. This is my attempt at getting him kind of charging in, running in. This reminded me of like the 2-pack that Toy Biz made that had a Mole Man in it. I believe it was him facing off against Mr. Fantastic. Both of his hands do hold his cane. That was one of the things I was not necessarily concerned about, but one of the questions I had when looking at this figure. And both hands do grip the cane well. I will say his left hand, which is the more open one, holds the cane better and has a tighter grip than his fisted hand, which I thought was kind of funny. I was expecting it to be the exact opposite way. As I was saying previously, this figure currently goes for around $100. That's the average price that I was seeing on eBay for the last couple months. I was able to get mine for about $40, made an offer on it, and for what you get, that price is still pretty steep. I picked it up as I am a pretty big Fantastic Four fan. Mole Man is a pretty iconic Fantastic Four villain, and I felt like he definitely needed to be on the shelf. I just read Hickman's Fantastic Four run again, and Mole Man shows up in that a couple times. I'm like, man, I do need a Mole Man figure. Also makes me think I want like a Puppet Master, I'd love a Wizard, Diablo. There's a lot of Fantastic Four kind of villains that we could get in Marvel Legends line that we haven't yet. If Mole Man is a character that you are interested in and you're able to snag him for a similar price that I did, I would say he's definitely worth it. If you're going for completion's sake, maybe try and find a deal as well. But if you're not trying to add Mole Man to your shelf, I'd maybe wait till a new one comes out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.